is Meg.
It's Megan Rowe in the morning. Good morning.
Buenos dias.
My name is Megan, and last night I had a Marie Callender's turkey pot pie for dinner, and then I had one of her apple pies with some vanilla ice cream, and it was delicious. It made me very happy, and it's going to be my new food obsession. So I'm probably going to go to H-E-B and go stock up on more, so that way my freezer is always full of a quick and easy dinner. Well, not that quick, but very easy.
Yes.
Because it takes like an hour for them to cook. Anyway.
Not bad. I mean, you're by yourself, so
Right.
you're with your brother. But you're feeding for what?
We work different hours.
That's cool.
So, like 5 days out of the week, he's
Right.
not home for dinner.
Right.
And then there are 2 days where he is. So
Yeah, ain't that bad.
most of the time, I'm by myself, though.
I'm Ro. The gas station by 103 East.
Yeah.
There's a Shell gas station at 103 East, Angelina County. I went last night because I wanted a jarrito. So people that don't know, jarritos are just Mexican sodas, and I wanted.
Do they have them at there?
Yeah,
at
they
the
do.
show?
Yeah.
Oh.
At the bottom, very bottom.
Oh.
So I was like there staring at the fridge, like, what do I want? And then this kid comes out and he looks down and he's like, sir, is this your $1 bill? And I looked down and I was like, nah, bro, I don't never carry cash. Like, that's not me. And he like picks it up and like looks around and he's like, well, do you want it? And I'm like, nah, dude, it's your lucky day. You can have that $1. It's not mine. It's whatever. And then the mom was like, are you sure it's not yours? I was like, I'm sure. It ain't mine. It's all you to keep. And he's like, okay. And then I grabbed my drinks. I grabbed pork rinds. I like, hot and spicy pork rinds. And I'll go up to the cash register, and the kid tells the cashier, like, hey, I found this $1, And then I was like, damn, bro, you finna be rich, like, after this day. Like, you never see a kid just fucking, sorry, but whatever. You never see a kid.
It's the last episode of season 1 of Megan Rowe in the Morning.
You never see a kid, like, hey, be innocent and, like, or not offer, like, making sure it's your $1 bill. And I'm like, nah, dude, it's not mine. It's yours.
Did he get to keep the $1 bill?
No, he actually turned it in. And the lady's like, are you sure you don't want this $1 bill? Like, it's your lucky day.
That child has a heart of gold.
And then the kid's like, no, it's fine. I don't need it. And I'm like, damn, bro, you finna be rich one day. I swear.
Yeah, that's such good karma. Good on his parents for raising him to be like that.
And the mom was like, I kind of want that $1.
Oh,
but she didn't get it though.
Right.
Like, he turned it in and he's like,
well, it's
yeah,
a good like learnable moment, right?
Oh yeah, and I was like, damn, bro, you.
You're
And I looked at the mom. I was like, you.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so
mom.
I actually have a similar story to piggyback off of that.
Mm-hmm.
So the first time that I went to Old Town Spring when I was like 12 or 13,
Right.
I had gone to one of the stores there, and it was like the last store we visited for the day. And I was like counting my money when we got back to the car to like see how much I had left, right?
Right.
And I noticed that I had more than when I had started.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, okay, that's weird.
Right.
And so I realized that the lady at the last store had given me the wrong change. She had given me too much. And so we went back to that store and I like gave her the right change. And I was like, I hope that your drawer is like not messed up or anything.
Right, yeah, because...
And she was like, that is so mature of you to do that. And I was like, this is just the right thing to do.
Yeah, because, I mean, I've never worked cashier, but I'm pretty sure you got to, like...
You have to count the drawer.
You have to count, and then whatever's missing, you have to pay for it, right? Or you have to put it back?
No, so technically that's not legal.
Okay.
If the drawer is missing money,
right,
you don't have to...
Oh, okay.
You don't have to do that.
All right.
But you do have to record that there was money either missing or added to the drawer.
Okay.
So, like, if you had not given out enough change or if you had given out too much change, that happens.
Yeah.
People aren't perfect.
Correct.
So, anyway, that's so sweet.
Yeah, so shout out to that kid. I don't even know his name, but...
He was a good kid.
Yeah, he looked like he was, like, 8, 9 years old.
Oh, that's even more sweet.
And so, like, little kid, and it was, like, up to, like, my rib cage.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, all right, yeah, dude. Like, you do you, bro. And I told him, like, yeah, it's your lucky day. You can have that $1. And he was, like, worried, like, I don't want this $1. I feel bad if I keep this $1. And I'm like, man, you probably work. Mm-hmm. You probably work at home.
Have you ever bought like somebody's groceries or like at a store? Have you ever noticed like if somebody's having trouble paying for something? Have you ever like covered it for them?
I haven't had that encounter at a grocery store, but I was like at a fast food place.
Oh, I've done that.
Like this dude or somebody will like be at the cashier and like counting change, and then they'll leave, and then I'm like, what do they order? And they're like, oh, they order this. All right, let me get that plus mine, and then I'll order it. And then I'll go like, what's over them? I'm like, here. And
Have
like,
you ever done that through a drive-through?
I haven't done that through a drive-through.
I do it a lot at McDonald's. Like,
Yeah,
I
it's
usually
cheap.
pay for the people behind me.
McDonald's is a bit cheaper, so
Mhm.
I might do that too.
I did that recently. I'm not trying to like say this so people are like, wow, Megan is such a... No, I'm
Right,
just... I think
yeah.
that it's nice to talk about these things because then it can inspire you to do something nice. But I was at Walgreens in Nacogdoches with my friend Morgan
Yeah.
and my little sister Ava.
Right.
And this woman ahead of me, she didn't like seem like she spoke very good English.
Uh-huh.
And she didn't understand that the cashier was telling her that she didn't have enough money on her card to pay for the... It was like literally just like a couple of toothbrushes and a thing of toothpaste.
Right.
And I told the cashier, I was like, I'll get it. Like, I'll pay for it. It's not
Yeah.
a big deal.
Yeah.
And the lady was like, oh, okay. Like the cashier lady said that.
Yeah.
But the customer was like, no, don't do that. And I was like, no, like, it's fine. It was literally like $4 or something crazy like
Right.
that. Like,
Yeah.
it's not going to hurt my wallet at all, but it could make a world of difference for her, you know?
Oh, no doubt.
So, you know, it's just nice to do things like that for people because you never know what they're going through.
You never know. Everyone has a story.
This is supposed to be a Halloween episode. This will go up on Halloween, so a Sunday, instead of the Friday, because we thought, why not? And you know what's spookier than anything else? Being a bad person.
Oh, I was gonna say skeletons.
So be a good person on Halloween. Do something nice for someone,
Yeah,
whether it
for
be a
real.
loved one or a stranger, or be nice to yourself. You know,
Give out candy.
you could.
Just don't steal the candy.
You can steal candy from like infants. They don't need that.
Yeah. Like if you got like a little kid or
Like a very small baby.
you got like a little cousin that's like 3 or 4 or 5 years old. Well, not 5. Like 3 years old. They don't know anything. Just like, you know, like take a little Snickers. Take a little
It's
Twix.
a tax, right?
Yeah. It's a elder tax. That's what it is.
Whenever I go pick up like fast food for my family, I eat some of the fries from all of the containers because that's the fry tax.
It is a fry tax.
Okay, so we're gonna talk about just Halloween in general. What did Halloween look like for you when you were a kid? Because like sometimes Halloween would happen on like a weekday, right?
Right. I always thought in school, so public school. So this is comparing like homeschool, public school.
Right.
I always thought that Halloween would be a holiday, and we would like not go to school, which is not the case. It's not that kind of a holiday.
Right. It's
where
not
you-
a bank holiday.
Yeah, where you can miss out on school. So I was always jealous. Now I don't know if any other public schools do this, but movie public schools, TV show public schools, they're like, you can dress up and go to school. And I'm like, oh, that'd be so cool. And every year that I can remember, the students would have this conversation with the teachers, like, why can't we come dressed up? And they're like, that's not part of our dress code. And they're like, it's just one day. And they're like, it's not part of our dress code.
Y'all
And so-
couldn't dress up for Halloween?
No.
What?
Yeah, I was like, dude, this is not
That doesn't make any sense.
the High School Musical experience that I wanted. I wanted to dress up, you know, as like a depressed high school student, but that was literally every day in high school. But
Oh my God.
no, I wasn't depressed. It was pretty fun. But I just wanted to dress up, and we all like had the conversation with the teachers and like with the principals, and I'm just like, yo, can we do this? Can we do that? And they're like,
Did anybody dress up anyway though?
not really dressed. They would come like in the t-shirt. So they would like come in with like a Superman t-shirt
Oh.
or like an Iron Man t-shirt or something of that.
I wonder if that's just like Lufkin High School or if that's like all high schools.
I don't know. Like some people did come dressed like it was
Like clothes that could be a costume.
exactly, yeah. Like it was inspired by this character. So like let's say for example Naruto, right? Somebody
Right.
dressed up the color theme as Naruto.
Right, and you could
And-
probably wear like the Naruto jacket and it wouldn't be
Oh
against
yeah,
dress code.
Yeah. So there was that. But Halloween in general was fun. Back in the day, everybody can testify this. Back in the day, Lufkin was fun for Halloween because Crown Colony had candy, Brook Hollow had candy, Hudson had candy, Downtown had candy, the mall had candy.
Right. We've talked about this all before.
Some chain of stores had candy. Like you could go to Discount Tire and like they have like a little basket of candy there. You're like, go and grab it.
Oh yeah.
Or sometimes even fast food places, like kids would come in with their costumes. They're like, "Oh, look, you're so cute." You know, here's.
I feel like Chick-fil-A does something for Halloween.
I think they do.
I could be wrong, but I
Right.
feel like they do. Also,
Yeah.
sorry for not turning my notifications off.
Oh yeah, me too.
So if Halloween was on a school day, would you go trick or treating after school?
I think the community would plan it like the weekend before. So if it was like obviously the Halloween's on the 31st, so if a Saturday was like the 27th or the 25th or whatever, we would go out that Saturday. Because then after Halloween, everyone is putting Christmas decorations in November.
Right. I have a very different experience from that though.
Okay, what's yours?
So, I mean, obviously we would still do school on Halloween because
Right.
it's not a holiday.
Exactly.
But like the downtown trick-or-treating thing happens no matter what day of the week it is, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
So like even if it was like a Wednesday, we would go trick-or-treating.
People trick or treat. People are downtown either way.
Right. So yeah, like when I was a little kid, you know, it would always be really exciting because then all the cartoons would be like Halloween themed, right?
Oh yeah. Halloween specials.
Halloween specials, you know, they'd be in costume or whatever. But like you know, Halloween doesn't really start until like the sun starts going down.
Pretty much, yeah.
That's especially true for like adults, right?
Yes.
So Halloween, we would go trick or treating, and then my brother and I would get back from trick or treating and dump out our buckets of candy on the floor of our living room,
Right.
or in the computer room, because
Yeah.
we had a TV in the living room and in the computer room.
Yeah.
And we would trade our candy. We talked about this in one of our last episodes.
I'd be like, hey, I see your 1 Snickers for 2 Twizzlers.
Exactly.
Throw in the Smarties and we have a deal.
Right. So we would do that, and typically we would do that while watching like Halloween specials.
Ooh.
So Scary Godmother, or because that was my favorite.
Right.
Or really just whatever was on TV. There would be like, do you remember like Twitches from Disney Channel, or Halloween Town, or whatever? And we would, I think our parents would let us stay up a little bit later on those nights.
Yeah.
Because, you know, it was Halloween. It was special.
Yeah.
And, you know, of course, the parents have parent tax, so they'd come and grab, you know, I think we always gave our dad Whoppers.
Hey, I like them Whoppers. There was always that one Whopper that the milk was like bad.
Oh, right. Yeah.
It was either really tough or like it just disintegrated.
Yeah.
Like the
and
first
it
bite.
like made you not want to eat Whoppers.
Exactly.
And then you would eat Whoppers again, and then you'd remember why you don't eat Whoppers.
They're $1 at Walmart in those big old tubs. Everything in those big old tubs are $1.
Does anybody, okay, Whoppers are fine, but does anyone actually really like them?
I don't think so.
You know,
It's not talked about as much.
the worst thing to get, I think, though, besides like pencils or like non-candy items, was like circus peanuts.
Oh,
You know, those orange like styrofoamy peanut thingies.
It was
literally
packing material.
Literally, you shouldn't even eat those. Like, it is a texture that you should not be consuming.
Right. Since we're on the topic of candy, there are no drugs in candy.
There's no drugs in candy.
Do you think someone's gonna give away free drugs?
Do you know how expensive drugs are?
Right. Like, think about your bottle of ibuprofen. Right. I mean, that's a drug.
Right.
It's a medical drug. You think you're gonna give that away? No.
If you're not, you have problems if you're giving away Tylenol or ibuprofen.
Right.
But there is no stoner out there. Unless they are like a millionaire.
Right.
There's no stoner giving away edibles on Halloween. That does not do you know how expensive those are?
There's no way some dude like, I'm gonna dose this marshmallow and Advil PM.
Right.
And I'm gonna make this kid want to
Nobody's giving ecstasy out. Do you know how expensive? I don't use ecstasy. But like, do you know how expensive recreational drugs are? Really expensive.
Yeah.
Nobody's giving out edibles to children.
Would you marinate your candy in alcohol.
Right.
No, because
alcohol's
you're
expensive.
just wasting alcohol. So no, there is no drugs in candy.
No, there's no
Right.
drugs in candy. And if you're that worried about it, then look through your kid's candy bucket before they get into it.
Yeah, eat
But
all
you
of the
should
candy
be-
first.
You should.
before eat your kid's candy first before your kid eats it.
What I'm saying is, you should already, as a parent, like my mom would sit there with us as we like dumped out our buckets on the floor, and watch us like trade our candy. She also made sure it was fair because I was the older sister and a
Right.
manipulative little cow.
Right.
And Xander was a liar. So you should be looking through your kids' candy anyway, especially if they have any allergies. But I assure you, you're not going to find drugs. Because also, snitches get stitches. And imagine if you take your kid trick-or-treating in a neighborhood and there's some drug dealer giving out edibles, whether it be marijuana or ecstasy or whatever, right? Well, then all the police have to do is go to that neighborhood and ask everybody in the neighborhood, hey, we have to do an investigation. Nobody in their right mind would do that. You don't snitch on yourself unless you're an idiot.
Yeah. So
No drugs and candy.
therefore, or just hire a drug dog and have him sniff every single little piece of candy
Sure.
if you're that worried. But
Also, the edibles have different packaging
they do they?
than like normal. Yeah.
Okay, then yes.
I'm revealing way too much.
Or you can just like, if you're that worried, the packaging, like make sure there's like no like small holes
Right.
that they can like
You should already
use a
be doing
syringe.
that. Like literally.
Yeah.
You should be like, if you see your candy has like an already open, like your kid has candy and it's like partially open, you toss it. We did that. We'd get like Starbursts or whatever and it would be like kind of half open, and I'd throw it away.
Oh yeah, like even if I accidentally opened it, I would throw it away too.
Right.
I was like, because you never know.
Because you never
Because
know.
candy looks like candy. You may have gotten, I don't know, maybe 5 Twixes, and maybe one of them was half open because you accidentally opened it.
Right.
I'd still throw it away.
Exactly.
So I would check for like small little holes, the coating of the chocolate, if it had changed or whatever. I've gotten a little paranoid sometimes, and I crack the candy open sometimes. Like if it's chocolate and there's like discoloration inside the candy.
Well, because you don't know if they're using expired candy too.
Exactly. Yeah, that too. It could have been last year's Halloween.
You literally, you're going to have to worry more about food poisoning than you are drug overdosing.
Because those little candies don't have an expiration date. The bag
Right.
has an expiration date.
Right.
The little candies don't. So sometimes I'll like look and like see if there's any discoloration or whatever in the candy. And I'm like, okay, like no. I haven't found one, but I mean, you just never know. Take
You
precaution.
just never know.
Don't take any liquids on Halloween either.
Yeah, don't do that. Unless it's
liquids.
like a sealed bottle of like at the Zubu when I was a kid. I remember we got like cans of
Right.
Dr. Pepper
Yeah.
or whatever soda, or like bottles sometimes. But sodas are more expensive, so typically you're not going to get those.
Right.
But yeah, don't accept like open cups of liquid. But that's just
Yeah.
don't do that at any party or bar or any. If you haven't seen the drink be made, don't drink it.
Yeah. And watch out for your kids grabbing Capri Suns from houses. I've seen that at one house. So like, you want to make Capri Sun? I'm like, that's a little sketchy.
That is kind of sketchy.
Because you can use a syringe and like douse it a little bit.
Right, exactly.
So
So be careful out there, but also no stoner in their right mind is giving away marijuana. Also, that's like the most, like I was thinking about this last night. It is so funny to think of like a child getting an edible, like a marijuana edible, right? Because they would just get like real silly and then fall asleep. Unless they have a marijuana allergy, which is pretty rare.
right.
But like all it's going to do is make your kid go to sleep.
Night.
Look, all I know is that Delta 8, which is a legal strain of weed,
You can buy it in public.
you can buy it at different vape shops and stuff. There is a website I know of, and to get 30 gummies of Delta 8, it is $80. $80 for 30 little gummies.
See, now would you give away $30? I mean, an $80? No,
Think-
30 times divided by 80 times divided by 80. I'll put the math up here. I'm like that lady with the math zooming in her
Wait,
face.
why don't I just get a calculator? Wouldn't
Or-
it be 80 divided by 30?
Yes. See, because 1 + 1 is
2.
1. Thank you.
Okay, let me look. 80 divided by 30. That would be $2.60 a gummy. And you're not just going to give away one gummy. That's really silly.
What's that dude from Everybody Hates Chris? Like, that's $2.60. I forgot the dad's name. Well, the dad from Everybody Hates Chris. He's always complaining about money. He's like, that's $2.60 worth of candy you're giving away. You ain't doing that. With him.
Yeah. So nobody's giving away weed. I mean, unless you like, I don't know, maybe you have to worry about that in Colorado. We live in Texas and weed is still illegal here. So
Yes.
we got off on such a weird tangent.
Yeah. But Halloween. Yeah, jack-o'-lantern. Quick story about the jack-o'-lantern.
Yeah, tell me about it.
So there's this guy named Jack, no brainer. And he had, I'm going to summarize the whole story.
Okay.
To like 2 minutes. So there's a guy named Jack.
Sure.
Right? And this is like 16 or 1700s.
Okay.
And he had passed away. The reason why we carve pumpkins and we put a light inside, because that was his lantern. And he's using his lantern to find his way back to either like or I guess it was like or like heaven or his safe place. So people have let out lanterns to help guide Jack back to home. So that's why people carve pumpkins
And call them jack-o'-lanterns.
And they carve faces so Jack doesn't enter your home.
So it like scares them away.
So it scares Jack away.
You know, I think that the costume thing for Halloween is the same thing because Halloween is originally a pagan holiday.
Right.
And so it is believed by different religions and spiritualities that Halloween is a day where the veil between the spiritual world and the physical world is very thin. And so wearing scary costumes is supposed to make the spirits scared of you so they don't bother you.
Correct.
Which is why originally costumes were a lot more scary.
Yep. So the ones that are wearing unicorns, hey, I'm sorry for you, you know.
Now it's just like a commercialized thing.
Oh, yeah. Everything is commercialized. Every little single thing is commercialized.
Fun fact, most holidays that we celebrate in America originate from pagan holidays, including Christmas, Jesus' birthday. That's basically just a celebration of the winter solstice, essentially.
Ah.
Yeah. But we're not talking about
that.
Christmas yet.
Not yet.
How are we gonna... I'm gonna pull back the curtain a little bit. I'm gonna be gone for a few days in December. And you're gonna be gone for like a week.
Yes. I'm going to New York, guys, for Christmas.
I'm going to LA for my
birthday.
birthday.
Oh my gosh. I'm going to have what's that brand? A Hallmark Christmas.
A Hallmark Christmas?
Hallmark, not Hallmark. Hallmark Christmas.
It's going to be like Home Alone 2, Lost in New York.
Oh my goodness. I'm going to find the old hometown girl that raises pine trees with her dad, and I went to wait for the big city, work the big corporate job, and then we meet together, and then we're like, oh my goodness, how long has it been? It's been forever. And we fall in love in Christmas, and then we break up in January.
Oh.
Because they always ended at Christmas, and then they never show the aftermath.
Right.
So we're gonna fall in love on Christmas.
My Aunt Janet loves those Hallmark movies.
Oh my goodness.
I love you, Aunt Janet.
They're the same plot every episode.
Literally,
every movie
is the same. But maybe that's comforting to some people.
Yeah.
That's why we rewatch stuff, right?
Correct. Yes.
But I was just gonna say, how are we gonna get all of the Christmas episodes done? We're gonna we're
gonna hanker down.
We're gonna hustle in November.
We're gonna hanker down.
And for the couple of weeks that you're gonna be here.
Yeah.
In December. Because I'm just gonna be gone for the 1st and the 2nd.
Right.
Which is a Wednesday and Thursday.
Yes.
I'm gonna see BTS. Have I told people that I got tickets to see BTS?
Now you did.
Okay, I feel like I totally didn't mention that. And in one of the episodes, I was like, today BTS tickets go on sale. And then I never mentioned anything else about it. So, yeah, I'm going to see BTS for my birthday. Yep. I got nosebleed seats, and at first I was kind of disappointed by that. But then I saw how many other people did not get tickets because Ticketmaster is horrible. And you know what? I'm okay with my nosebleed seats. I'm fine with that. It's okay. I'm going to go see them. Oh, and I'm going to meet Shannon and Angelica from Ask Me About K-Pop. They're going to take me out for my birthday.
2 podcasts coming together. I'm not going to be there, but one half of the podcast is going to meet another podcast.
Are you sad that I didn't get you a ticket to see BTS?
One day.
You don't even like K-pop.
I don't like K-pop. I appreciate K-pop. Don't get it wrong, guys. I appreciate
You're
K-pop.
not an army, though.
I'm not an army.
And you didn't want to take a seat away from an army.
Correct. Other people would want to see BTS. I just appreciate the culture.
What are you gonna do for Halloween this year? What are your plans? Because it's on a Sunday.
Yes, it's on a Sunday. So Saturday, me and my friends are gonna have like a small, very small gathering party.
You invited me to that.
Yes.
I don't know if I'm going.
So
Sorry.
we're gonna be. I got my costume. This is already gonna be uploaded on Christmas.
Christmas.
Halloween. My costume is the purple Teletubby.
Aw.
That is what I'm going to be for Halloween. I bought it at Spirit, and yeah, that's what I'm gonna be. Hopefully it's cold because the suit is kind of thick.
Mm-hmm. It always ends up being a little bit cold on Halloween, I feel like.
Except
especially at night.
That one year.
That one year.
It was stupid hot.
It was really hot. You're right. I don't really know what I'm doing for Halloween. Thank you for inviting me to your party, but I don't know what I'm doing that day at all.
I'll probably just watch movies that Sunday.
I mean, I think I'll have my sister over.
Yeah.
To hang out. Sundays are kind of our family dinner day. So I don't know. Maybe I'll play like some scary video games. Maybe I'll start playing Majora's Mask on that day.
Something.
Wow, that would actually be very thematic, wouldn't it?
Doesn't the zoo have something in the morning?
The zoo has something on the afternoons of both days.
Okay.
Like,
all right. So if you listen to this in the morning, you can go in the afternoon to the zoo.
Yeah, because this will go up at 7 a.m. On Sunday. Who's up at 7 a.m. on a Sunday? Certainly not me.
Not me. Oh, I'm awake, but then I go back to sleep.
Tomorrow, November 1st, will be the the second season of Megan Rowe in the Morning. So make sure you stay tuned. Thank you guys for watching all of this first season. We really appreciate the support. If you like this episode, give it a like and a share with somebody that you love or somebody that you hate. That would be kind of funny. If you want to get in contact with us, the hashtag that you can use is Mr. in the Morning. Our email is Megan Rowe in the Morning. All of our accounts are Megan Rowe in the Morning, except for Twitter, which is Mr. in the Morning. That's MR in the Morning. We hope that you have a fun and safe Halloween. This was a really weird tangential episode. But you know what? We deserve one of those every once in a while, don't we?
Yeah. We had to keep it real.
We had to keep it real with y'all.
All right.
And we really hope that you guys will enjoy the second season as much as the first season.
So I would just say take a good look of all this.
It's going to be gone.
Because something new, something better is coming along. That's my final thought. That's my final thought.
Your final thought?
Yeah.
Be safe. Don't drink and drive. There's no drugs in your candy.